Okay, so next is you can also install this particular JADX in the Linux environment. So I have downloaded this particular zip file into my virtual machine, Kali machine. So let me show you how you can install that. So particularly, so once you install it, and you can navigate to this particular folder where you have installed. So for me, it is in the downloads folder, right? So let me clear this section and navigate to the downloads folder. So once I navigate, I'll do the ls to check where my this particular zip file is there. So JADX 1.4.7 is .zip. This is the file that I have downloaded it. So you can unzip this particular file and keep it in the same directory. So I have this particular JADX unzipped and in this particular directory called ZX. Okay. After that, I'll just move on to this particular JADX file because this is the unzipped file, and you'll see all these contents of this JADX. And then navigating to the bin folder and doing a list, I can see JADX, JADX bat, JADX ZUI, JADX ZUI.bat. So I need this particular JADX ZUI. So in order to run this particular JADX in the Linux, so we'll use /JADX ZUI. So this will pick up the JADX tool based on the size of the RAM and the processing. So it will open up. So as it has opened up, and you can see here the same view as we have seen in our Windows platform. This is the same uh, view. Now what we will do, similarly we can open a file. Now we'll open a APK file. So let's open this Tiva beta APK file. Okay. Now it will analyze the application and it will help us with the structure of the files. Now as you can see here, the source code resources files. So it's Jacker Asim Diva is the file, and you can see the files, right? You can also see the dependencies, libraries, resources, libraries, ARM64, x86 library files being present, and you can see the dependencies, the drawable layout files being present, drawable files being there. So whatever you select, you can see this particular files on the right hand side. So these are the images. Okay, so PNG files, and also these are with the dependency of the images that is being used. These are the layouts. So if you select this XML file, so the contents being shown here. Now we have Android manifest.xml file. So all the Android APKs has the Android manifest.xml file as we have discussed earlier. So this contains all the packages, files described here, right? Now classes.dex file, resources.arsc. So you can see the resources here. And strings.html. So you can see what are the strings. So yeah, whatever is defined and being used, you can see all the APKs, and it has also the APK signature which is signed and released. So you can see here. So this is how you can work. So it will be very helpful once we start analyzing this particular APK files, XML file. What are the dependencies? We will see how we can manipulate or modify the file, and then again recompile it to an APK, and we'll see all those test cases here. And yeah, so let's move on to our next tool. We'll talk about the ADB. Okay, so in order to download the ADB, first you have to search for the SDK platform. So basically, if you have the Android Studio, then you can directly configure it by going to the system environment variable showing the path of the files of the SDK, and you can configure it directly. So here if you search for Android Studio, you can get the Android Studio and SDK tools, right? So yeah, you can install this. So who feels uh, happy using Android Studio, they can easily download this and then configure accordingly. So I'll show you the SDK platform that I have selected here. So once you download the SDK tool, so let me go to the SDK platform tools, release notes. So device, Windows device, Mac device or Linux, you can download it. So download SDK platform tool for Windows. So let me download this. So this is the zip file getting downloaded, right? So once clicking, then let's extract this. Okay, so here as you can see, this is the folder. So what we have to do is we have to copy this particular folder, right? So take this folder path completely, and then you can go to the system. Okay, so system PC, this PC, now get a right click on it, and you can go to the environment variables, go to the properties, then go to the advanced system settings, go to the environment variables, and here, so in the path, okay, here in the path what we can do is we can do an edit, and you can copy paste the particular path. Okay, select on new and paste the path over here. You can do this thing, or there is one more method is there. You can do okay and go and check for the ADB, or else what we can do is, as we have this particular platform tools, let's get in the platform particular folder and we'll push it to the Windows folder of the C directory. Okay, so copy this particular platform tools folder. Okay, I'll copy this folder, and let's go to the C. Okay, so we'll have copied this file and we'll place it in our C Windows folder. Okay, so we'll paste it over here, and then we can check it in our command line utility whether this ADB is perfectly fine working. So if you type just ADB, you can see the ADB commands, the help, installation cell, the all the options are appearing, right? So that means now the ADB is successfully installed. Similarly, we can also install in our Linux devices. The thing is, there is a very simple command. So sudo apt install. So let me clear this out, and you can just type in sudo apt install ADB. So this is the command that, and then this will get successfully installed since it is already at its newest version. So it is there. So now you can simply type ADB and you can see all the options coming up. So that means ADB is successfully installed. So similarly, in both the cases, the ADB is now installed. So if you have any doubts installing the ADB, just please leave it to help you. I'll be happy to help you. I'll be happy to help you out. Now the next thing we'll see is the tool called APKTool. Okay, so in order to install the APK tool, there is a very good explanation in this apktool.org install guide. So in the Windows platform, there is a detailed step-by-step instruction is mentioned. So there is a requirement of Java 8 to run the APK tool. So Java 8 and above can run the APK tool successfully. So in the Windows, you can see all this step by step. So you need to download the Windows wrapper script, name it as apktool.bat, and in the latest version download, and then the apktool.jar file can be downloaded. Then move both the jar file and bat file to this particular Windows directory. Same like as we saw. So yeah, then we can run the APK tool in the command prompt. For the Linux, we can follow these steps, or else there is a very easy one-line command line that is called sudo apt install apk tool. So there is one line command, and then you can go. So you can see. I'll just clear. Yeah. So this is a command line tool, that is apt install apk tool, sudo apt install apk tool, and then it will work for you, right? So you can see the apk tool in your Linux apk tool application will be present. So you can either click on that, so it will tell you that the apk tool is successfully installed with all the usage options available. So if you want to decompile any file, so you can type apk tool d as in decompile, and then the apk